Is this it? Oh, then we gotta go talk to Judith. Is that her name? Okay. Is this... Do we have... What do we have left in Crestwood, though? I should go look. Loot? We're gonna have so much stuff to drop off at that one table. This too. Alright. Now, my favorite... Oh, God. You too? I just want my loot. I worked so hard for it. Give me my loot. This way. I think we're almost there. It should be... Aha! Now we can go in. I love these rooms. I do so much. They're so cool. Hello. What do you have for me? Oh. Is that it? I think that's it for this one. This one's a little light. I think the one... Like this. Like, why didn't that open and give, like, some kind of, like, rare elven artifact? Also, it's in the rock, which is weird. But why didn't that, like, open? You know what I mean? Like, I was kind of expecting that. And also, like, this to be, like, a small thing of loot. Like, that would have been really cool. But... Oh, we gotta go return that. And then... What else? Crestwood. That's it for that. Collections. Strarium. And Crestwood completed. I think... Does Crestwood have... Wait, does Crestwood not? Mosaics. I don't actually remember. I actually don't think this place does, which is interesting. I wonder what that says about the region more than anything. But yeah, all the camps are done. All the Phaedrus are now done. I'm very proud of us. We did a great job. Got all of it done. We even did this bonus quest, which I was not anticipating we were gonna do, so I'm actually very pleased that we did it. I forget what she says here. She wants to make a rat poison, though, which... I mean, girl, that's more... I'm gonna try to sidestep these boys. I don't want to fight them. We already fought so much. I just killed a dragon. Like, how'd they get there already? Shouldn't they be, like, terrified of what we just did to the dragon? Hey!
Need something?
I killed the wyvern.
I killed the wyvern up in the cave. The body's yours if you want it. That I do. Here for your troubles.
Thank you.
I hope you can make good use of it.
What'd I get? Thank you, thank you. Do I have to stay? Or was it just influence? Okay. So. That is, I know that there's like this there and this. I'm not. Nope. What I had to do is done. So, let's see what's in our journal now. Inner circle. The western approach. So, promise of destruction. Those are there. One less Venatori. Almost done with that. Right, gotta order that march. Gotta go do enough of that. Smuggler letters are the Emerald Graves. Emerald Graves. The Emerald Grave still has a ton of stuff to it. Did we unlock this yet? No. Yes? No. I'm not riding a horse. Deep trouble. That obviously we're waiting on. Not doing that. I'm not doing that. So the hinterlands for me are done currently. Hissing Waste. Skyhold. We have not. Okay, we can go do... Alright, so we're gonna go to Skyhold then. And then let's go get everything that needs to get done. Apparently I've got artifacts to return to Blackwall. I'm sure we have a few conversations too that should get done. Like, probably everybody wants to talk. Right? Yeah. Or at least we'll see. Bull cutscene? I think we're gonna go get drunk with Bull. That could be fun. I don't know if Jen's the drinking type like that, but you know what? It could just be what she needs. Let's start here first. Wait, Cassandra? Oh no.
The spiderwebs help stop the bleeding.
Yes,
and they
they
prevent
do.
wounds from getting in.
Yes! Yes, this!
Good book.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't at all, do you?
Yes, because I suddenly went blind.
Oh, that. Just reports from Commander Cullen.
Uh-huh.
You're an excellent liar.
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain. It's a book.
I can see that.
It's one of Varric's tales. Swords and Shields. The latest chapter.
The latest, you say?
The latest chapter meaning you've read them all?
Not since this all began. We've been busy.
That's just her favorite.
Nobody asked you to winter.
I couldn't finish the last one you lent me. I actually feel dumber for having tried.
It's literature. Smutty literature. Whatever you do, don't tell Varric.
The fact that there is no... Oh, this is a romance line? The fact that you've never been able to be like, what makes you think I don't like smutty literature will always be the saddest part about this quest, because this is like one of my favorite things, but I wouldn't dream of it.
Me? No, I would never.
They're terrible. And magnificent. And this one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be. Pretend you don't know this about me.
Jen, are you about to take your life into your own hands on this one? Jen? Girl, how you feeling? Like, listen, if you want to walk away from this, I will support you. If you don't want to walk away from this, I will also support you. I think we should not walk away from it, though. Personally, I think we should go talk to Varric about this. Let's do Skyhold's Garden first. That's my favorite. And I can't do the courtyard. What does that take? I need 30 elf fruit. I can do this, though. Okay. So I need one more quarry and 30 elf fruit.
Everything looks
Where's
in
the
order.
main watchtower? Oh, is that up there? That's over there. Sorry, we can go now. Do this. I haven't done this in years. Years. I normally like skip over all of this. Which is a shame. Maybe Riley didn't. Riley was kind of like my last person for a lot of random things. So let's see. All of these areas, I always thought that this was very cool. And you can kind of see where plans were potentially headed. With like Skyhold customization and stuff. Oh my God, you're here! Hi!
I got her note. She might be onto something. There's danger, of course. But there's always danger. Thank you for getting word. It's easier to put it out of your mind, to focus on the task at hand. But hearing from her again... Oh, Maker's breath. But I do miss that woman. Well, let's get on with it. Something you need?
No, I'll talk to you later.
We'll talk later.
No. Y'all, the way he loves Emery still. Oh God, they're so cute and in love and it's disgusting and I just love every single second of it. No. Do you see now? Like, he's just... And you know she misses him too. So, mage, cunning and influence. Or strength and preparation. It's a cosmetic upgrade. We save the mages? Yes. 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 Let's see. Let's go in. So, now this tower is full of mages.
Mage tower. Every castle needs one.
Every castle does not need a proper mage tower, daughter, but I like your enthusiasm for it. Isn't this cool, though? I'm glad they got to put in what they could put in for this, like, to be honest. Like, I'm glad we still got, some of this. Look at all the space, daughter. So, this is our proper mage tower, which according to Jen, every castle needs, even though I didn't know other castles needed mage towers, proper or otherwise. And you can jump into here.
Fertile ground even here. This hold has everything.
It does. It does, daughter. Here. I'm going with herb garden. They always do. Where are the okay. It's a song. Here you go. Now, we are planting purely for aesthetics at this point. I will not lie. This is a purely for aesthetics moment. Because I don't necessarily need this stuff. I mean, I like it that you have this option though. Like 100%. I do think it's important to be able to grow it because some of this stuff takes forever to get. I like the idea of Dawn Lotus there and then 2 Black Lotuses behind it. Okay. Then can I do a Black Lotus here? Okay. Good. So now so we need a centerpiece. Oh, the Dragon Thorn is pretty, right? Or Fool's Beard. Or, hold on, what is this one? No, you know what? Let's do... maybe I had it right before. Maybe we will do Dragonthorn. And then let's do... I kind of like the idea of Arbor Blessing here. And I'll do another Arbor Blessing. Because I like the idea of that. There you go. All set. Note. Okay, just notes about the garden. And now what we really and desperately need to do is Varric.
Last 3.
Corypheus is back.
Oh, we got a couple Varric conversations.
Shit.
I know. What is he, Varric?
You said he was a Darkspawn, or a Magister. What is he really?
I'm not sure. I don't think Corypheus really knows either. He's definitely a Darkspawn, but when we found him, it was pretty obvious he hadn't heard that. He thinks he's a Magister, a priest of Dumat, in fact. He says he broke into the Golden City, like in the Chantry tale.
It's not that bad.
Honestly, I'd rather fight an ancient Darkspawn with a pet archdemon than deal with that hole in the sky. At least you can kill Darkspawn.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder. I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
How did you find the prison?
How did you and Hawk even wind up in a Grey Warden prison for ancient Darkspawn?
Corypheus sent people after Hawk. He actually got control of an entire Carta clan. Made them drink Darkspawn blood. Weird shit. We tracked the Carta to an old dwarven fort or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out to be a trap. They needed Hawk's blood to open the locks holding Corypheus, and they drew us into the prison to get it.
It's all true. What are you saying? 100% true. Well, we'll find a way to kill him.
There has to be a way to defeat Corypheus. We'll find it. Don't worry.
I hope you're right. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
I think you're very confused on the situation right now, Varric.
Brutally murdered is not really the same as unleashed upon the world, Varric.
In this case, it might be. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot.
Okay. Actually, I do have something very important to talk to you about, too. Why did I face away from you? That always confuses me, Varric. Why? Why can't I finish facing you? Fighting a losing battle?
Battling the demons of paperwork. That's a fight nobody walks away from clean.
You have no idea the number of times I've almost been killed by bills of lading.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow.
About what?
I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this. disciplehood thing.
Disciple who?
I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
Varric, you and Hawk ran around Kirkwall like it was your job. I feel like Hawk was as close to a chosen one as it gets, given everything. I'm not the chosen. Not that. Just be my friend, Varric.
I don't need a disciple. I need a friend.
If you knew how intimidating you are, you wouldn't make it sound so simple. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
Yeah, but I can't be bigger than me. I love the fact that this is a line here because it's like, depending on how you want to play your Inquisitor, depending on what they believe in, religion, or just personally, like however you want to look at it, I do love the idea of I can't be bigger than myself. I can't be any more than who I am. And I'm really glad they allow you to express that, because this is, for as much as Varric's like, you don't know what you mean to people out there, I don't think people appreciate enough how just utterly terrifying this could be to an Inquisitor. Like, you go from just being, I mean, in Jen's case, she was a noble, right? Just younger sibling, probably went to the conclave because what mom and dad asked her to keep an eye on things, but not expecting much to happen, just a representative of the Trevelyan family, you know, easy stuff that like you trust your kid to go to, especially one of your younger ones that, you know, hopefully would keep them out of trouble, because who thinks going to something that has to do with the Chantry is gonna wind up like this, right? So I do like that they allow you to express numerous times throughout the course of the game how, like, this isn't you, this isn't what you personally signed up for either. And so you can't be, like, for Jen, she can't be bigger than herself. She doesn't want to be. All she's ever wanted to be is just Genevieve.
There's no way I can be bigger than myself, Varric.
Sure you can. You don't see yourself like they do. The sky tears open, demons everywhere. To ordinary folks, these are the end times. The only hope they have is you. Maybe you don't think that's a sign of some higher power looking out for the world, but they do. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked.
And I like it that Varric here does mention as well, like, you don't see what they see. And it's like, how can you, right? If you don't see yourself as anything more than, like, in Jen's case, she doesn't see herself as anything more than Jen, how are you ever going to see yourself the way that the rest of them see you? You can't. It's legitimately impossible. And I like that we get to have this quasi discussion. I wish there was like a little bit more in depth to this, but I like the fact that we're even like touching on this topic.
Please don't tell me you're going to burst into song now.
Don't worry, I'm not that cruel. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace?
Yes. Have you met me, Varric? Of course I am. Varric, I don't care how many conversations in a row I need to get. Where? Oh God, not the mother, Giselle. I love this conversation.
What can I do for you, Inquisitor?
I need to ask you about something very, very, very important.
Cassandra is waiting for the next issue of Swords and Shields.
I must have heard that wrong.
No, you didn't.
It sounded like you just said that Cassandra read my books.
Uh-huh. She's a big fan.
She's a pretty big fan, in fact.
Are we talking about the same Cassandra? Tall, grumpy seeker, like stabbing things?
Yes.
Wait, did you say the romance serial?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she'll be waiting for a while then. I haven't finished it and wasn't planning to. That book is easily the worst I've ever written. The last issue barely sold enough to pay for the ink.
Okay. But Cassandra really likes it.
Well, Cassandra seems to be hooked on it.
And I honestly thought a hole in the sky was the weirdest thing that could happen.
Nah, I can get
So,
weirder.
you want me to finish writing the latest issue of my worst serial for Cassandra?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's such a terrible idea. I have to do it. On one condition.
Yeah.
I get to be there when you give her the book.
Of course you do. I wouldn't do this without you.
You've got a deal.
I'll get to work then. You know, the fact that the book is terrible just makes it more worthwhile somehow.
I love Varric so much. Like, what? Like, he's only gonna write this book because he knows how bad it is. Mother Giselle.
worship.
Yes.
I need but a moment of your time.
Oh, you have it.
My Lady Inquisitor,
Yes.
It's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the De Winter.
You don't like him much, do you, considering Dorian has a name?
Is that a note of distaste I detect, Mother Giselle?
I admit his presence here makes me uncomfortable, Inquisitor, but my feelings are of no importance. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas, out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
We've never met.
Familiar? We've never met, if that's what you're suggesting.
I'm suggesting nothing. I'm only curious whether you know of his situation. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
You'd hoped what? That I would trick Dorian into going to meet his family? What kind of meeting is this?
Just what kind of meeting do they have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand why Dorian felt he had to come here. Somewhere private, away from Skyhold, but not in De Winter. You make them nervous, I think.
Me?
They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
Well, Dorian's a grown man. He can go home if he wants to, but he doesn't, so he's here. And you want him gone?
I imagine you'd be relieved to see him gone.
If this is what it seems, and it works out, it might be better for all concerned.
Except me, because he's my best friend. Why would they contact you?
Why would his family contact you?
Because they don't know you, Inquisitor. I am not of the Imperial Chantry, but they know what I represent. These are parents concerned about the welfare of their son. How could I not do whatever possible? I would speak to the young man myself, but he does not care for me.
I can't
Thus
imagine
I come
why.
to you. If any good can come of this, we must try.
Uh-huh. And is this legitimate?
Are you sure this isn't some kind of trap? I mean, the secrecy.
That did occur to me. What if it is a plot of those mages, the Venatori? Another reason to put this in your hands, Inquisitor. I pray that isn't the case, but if it is, you are far better equipped than I to respond to such treachery.
Uh-huh. Okay. Sure. And they don't want to tell him?
They don't want Dorian to know. That seems odd.
They believe the young man would refuse, and the letter implies he'd have cause. Yet, they are remorseful for whatever came before. This is a chance for dialogue. There is deceit in bringing the young man to this meeting without his foreknowledge, I know. But does it not lead to a greater kindness if there is potential for reconciliation?
I mean, a meeting like this under the pretext of a lie doesn't make it any better. In fact, kind of sort of makes it worse. I'm not going to trick him.
If you think I'm going to trick Dorian into meeting his family...
I feared you might say that. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I pray you change your mind, Inquisitor. Perhaps their letter will persuade you. If there is any chance of success in this, it behooves us to act.
It behooves who? Your Reverence, I understand that you feel inadequate to the task of bringing Dorian to a secret meeting. Even in asking, I find it difficult to believe myself. Considering my son has rebuffed all contact, this is the only way. I know him. He would be too proud to come if he knew, even just to talk. That's all we wish to do. The thought of Dorian in the south, placing himself in the path of such danger, alarms us more than I can express. If this somehow succeeds, we have a family retainer at the Vandrel Hills watching for Dorian's arrival. He'll bring the boy to us, somewhere private. If Dorian utterly refuses to go with him, it ends there, and there is nothing we can do. We're at our wits' end. Dorian! Dorian? Dorian, I need you. He can hear me. I know he can. Dorian has Genevieve radar. Dorian knows exactly when Jen is like needing to talk. He's ready. He's 100%. Dorian, I got words. Big words.
I'm told you have Alexius researching magic for you.
I do, yeah.
Research is always what made him happiest.
Well,
Perhaps I'll even go talk to him eventually.
well, if you're...
One word of advice.
Yeah.
If he suggests altering time as a way to solve all your problems, give it a pass.
I mean, I wasn't going to accept really most of what he says as anything other than something to maybe be looked into. But listen, I got a letter for you.
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter?
Yes.
Is it a naughty letter?
Sadly,
A
no.
humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
No.
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter. I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble.
I know.
This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
Okay. That might be a little dramatic, but at the same time, I've met your father in a past life, and it probably isn't. I won't let him.
That would be hard to do while I stood there.
He expects me to travel with Mother Giselle, although Maker knows why he'd think I would. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that.
Oh, I'm really
If
good
it's
at that.
not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
Okay. Yeah. May I ask what the issue is?
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase.
Oh,
We've never talked about
bottoms.
my family before. They're not happy with my choices, you see. Nor I theirs.
What choices? Leaving Tevinter?
That too.
All right. Well, we'll go.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
The way he sighs after that is so funny. So, we got Dorian's personal quest already. Wow, I feel like we got that early, but at the same time, like, the interesting part about this game for me, as far as like companion stuff goes, is that some of the companion stuff is based off of where you are in the main story plus approval, and other stuff is purely based off of approval. So you're like, Dorian's doesn't necessarily right now have anything to do with having done certain things, whereas I feel like Blackwall's you have to have like made it so far into the game. I want to say also maybe Vivian's, or maybe it's just that I generally don't get enough approval with her until the ball usually. But like it is interesting how like some stuff comes in at particular points just depending on simply where you are in the game. So we have that. Also, like, the thing for Liliana, I don't think that can happen until much later. Actually, let's go see if I'm proven right or wrong.
Here is the request the leader of the tradesmen made.
Let's see if
Yes,
Vivian
I'll
has
see to
anything to say, because I feel like the last couple times we had to wait.
Yes, my dear.
Never mind. Yeah, see what I mean? Dun, 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 dun. But I do know that I normally handle, I think, the ball in a way that makes Vivian happy, so that works out in the end. Liliana.
At your service, my lady.
I think we're good for now. All right.
I'll leave you to your work.
Now, Solus.